This will be episode 136, cycle 2302, and onward. Oh, I'm really hoping today we get the battery done. I'm completely done where I can finally take the dupes off the planet. So they don't have to stay there anymore. That's like the big goal. I'm really hoping we can. We'll do our standard priority checks, make sure everything is working and not exploding, and make sure all of the stuff that we have floating out in space, as well as all of our little planetoids, are properly loaded. At least once the game boots. Ugh. 27.2 gigabytes out of my 30.4 standard gigabyte memory is currently committed. ONI is really rough on the system, as per usual. At least when it's booting up. It's got to load everything. There we go. Just making sure everything stabilizes. Okay. That's a little weird. Give me a second. I see if Griffey's thing causing a problem. I think it was. Why is Chrome having an issue? Give me 1 second, chat. Yes, Giovanni. Give me 1 second. Make sure that Google Chrome here gets closed real quick. I still got you guys up on OBS, so you're all good. I need to get it rebooted because for some reason I had another tab with Griffey's stream up on it, and it was causing some serious issues. Like way over memory usage for no reason. There we go. Yeah, that was actually nutty. I just had another instance of Twitch open this entire time. Well, it wasn't running or anything, but it was just randomly deciding I'm gonna consume like 33% of your entire computer. I'm like, my 32 gigabytes of DDR5, you bastard! Like, it was very odd. Just letting it stabilize while it's reloading everything. There we go. Yeah, that was super weird there for a moment. Because Twitch only uses like 4% to keep you guys open, so I don't have to worry about anything. Ah, there we go. Also, this is not really a big issue for anyone on YouTube either, but at least there you guys go. There's your memory usage for existing. Yep, 4%. Thankfully, operating Twitch is not that big of a deal. OBS is CPU usage 15%, memory 3. ONI is about 47% now that everything's running, and CPU usage 23%. Yeah, ONI is a little bit of a tank when it comes down to that. It's gotten better over the years, mostly because of actual map optimizations, especially with the DLC. The base game, you'll never see it. Even if you make it to like cycle 10,000, you will never see ONI really break like 20% on 32 gigabytes of DDR5. Like it just doesn't on the base game anyway, because you're all on one map. You don't, and also you're not having to deal with the start map. The start map really is the thing that consumes all of your computer. Because you can have literally thousands of projectiles of resources going between planets. So that's why that one literally will just consume. And your poor memory is just like, I'm on fire! Say, give me more! Also, we do have a new blueprint. What do we get? Pedal diagonal. I don't have this one. Yay! All available blueprints claimed. There we go. I don't know where I would use pink. Maybe in the hydrogen room? That's the only thing I can think of. But, at least we have it now. Okay, nuclear reactor is fully operational still. Explosions, statues all fine. Slowly getting through the spice grinder. And the new pips are actually nice and safe. Good. We need to head over to Vital real quick. I do believe I need to shoot food over here. Because 10k pickled meal will get the dupes back to base. With everything else. But I don't like it. If that makes any sense, I don't like the fact of how little food we actually have on the trip back. We will be getting a bunch more frostbones, but we will not be taking the frostbones back. Those are purely left for Thea, which is why I'm trying to find Thea another duplicate, because I believe we do have just enough food that I don't have to worry about it. But it's just kind of existing. And it should erupt soon. Brine ice is still existing, which is also good. Playing Skipix. And now, Skipix is being stabbed. Skipix, you gonna move? Well, you drew the short end of the stick on today's loads, so let me make sure. Where are you? You are not allowed in. Crazy, you probably are safe? I don't know. The random number generator is completely arbitrary and has absolutely no stability in it whatsoever. So Gene in the middle, Skipix on the right. That should be fine. Still need to get rid of some of this polluted materials. I'm still debating about how I'm going to dispose of this stuff because we are actually gathering slime. It's just kind of a byproduct at this point. And it absolutely is getting in the way. Mostly right in here. I'm debating if I throw a filter in and then I just shove the slime back outside into space. Not a complete waste of resources, but kind of is. Okay, also 33 cycles, 85, 84, available on carbon dioxide, oxygen, 17, 54, 24. I know we're just currently mining up more and more artifacts while we're running around grabbing stuff. I really don't want to send Stella that far. Stella does need to train, but... that's not a good idea, but I think we kind of need to do it. Yes, 7 tiles. There's really nothing in range that's actually worth the effort to get. I could go for the helium or the carbon asteroids. They are within range. I think we're going to just send Stella down here. Or they can still stay within the 10 range. This is still really tight. Their skills are not high enough to match up with Jean yet. Jean can easily do a 9 run, no problem. 9 to 10. Let me go grab Stella real quick. There she is. Get your suit on. The materials together. Does that have anything in it? No, it does not. Good. Okay. Sell it. Off you go. Might also finally get this one to pop. I kind of doubt it. It's possible, but I doubt it. Nope. 193, 194, 95, and it's slowing down. We tried. And then this one, which is Jean's rockets, I want this one. Let me double check the helium cloud real quick. Available and available. Okay. I guess we can go for the water. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm mostly going there for the artifact. Once that thing's full, we should be okay to go. My dupes have not gone up there to grab the slime yet, but that's okay. Jean, has your rocket been refilled? It has! Hooray! Temperatures are actually falling, which is actually good. Yep, everything's about 27 degrees. He's good to go. He's actually mildly injured. I think he just healed himself. I'm not actually certain. There we go. Off you go, Jean. Bring us back a good artifact, please. Stop grabbing coffee mugs. Please. Hey, there we go. Okay, I can now remove that. And that. And I can install another one there. I will probably need to cool down the refined carbon at some point, but eh. Just as a formality, so if the dupes accidentally step on it, they don't instantly start melting their shoes. Hey, Ogami, welcome back. This board decided to pop in. Fair enough. A decorating loner with undigging. Too bad I'm trying to pair another duplicant up with Fee on the other planet, so that doesn't work. Hard digging, nope. I don't know where I can put the public eggs, so I think I'm just going to take the saltwater here. Doesn't really matter much. Oh no. Crazy. Crazy. How did you get minor sickness? We're right now at like 5. Yeah, that makes sense. It is 419 here. Oh, I think we boosted our one rocket, so we're all good there. Let me engage the safety. Because we're not refueling rockets anymore. I don't need flying rad bolts of death flying through this, like, where my dupes will be standing. We'll just keep refilling the interplanetary launchers and having it break on that, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, we're making our nuclear rocket shell, so I don't have to worry about adding any insulation here anymore. And stuff will stop melting, hopefully. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, that's always kind of cool when that happens, but 2 rad bolts just collided inside the interplanetary launcher's input. That's why it just exploded there for a second. Dupe. There you go. Like, please don't stand there. It's like, this is the only area that's dangerous because they can't access it from any other way, but they can go this way and get down. Like, dude, just don't stand there. Whatever you do, don't do that. Crazy still hasn't gone to the bathroom yet? Where are you going? Oh, you're coming over here to help with the poop. That works. Sure, everything else is completely sealed in, so I don't need to worry about it too much. Yep. Actually, what is our core right now? 52,000 rad per cycle. It's beautiful. 316,000 kilograms of compressed nuclear waste. Every seed makes every single planet different. So I'm playing on a radioactive ocean, which also gives me a flipped asteroid. What's on the asteroid is completely random for the seed. Every other planet should exist in some way, fashion, or form, but they can spawn anywhere in this area. So you can end up having like a frost planet over here instead, an oil planet somewhere else, or even not getting an oil planet. You could end up with a standard arbor or temperate planet that has oil on it. So you won't even get an actual like Butalin. You will always get a gassy moo, you will always get a magma planet, and you will always get a frost planet. But the frost planet could either be a tungsten planet or an iron planet, and then some other planet ends up being an iron planet. When I say iron planet or tungsten, what I mean is that the volcanoes that'll be on it for renewable resources, these are completely random. So these could have been iron, and then the other planet, where is it? Right all over here, could have been tungsten. But all these are iron, and then the other one's tungsten. So that's how the seed works. Also, the amount of volcanoes and other stuff that can spawn here is also completely random. And if you're playing the non-DLC specifically, everything is completely random in whatever the heck you roll. So if I hover over here, you'll see radioactive crust. This one actually spawned with a bunch of uranium on the top, which made it a nightmare to get in here with rovers to actually build the base. This one was frozen core, which is actually a massive blessing because all the volcanoes are just stuck in an ice biome, so cleaning them out was super easy. Nope, I got a fleeing message. Who is it? I know. Xiao. Oh, Xiao's actually being targeted by the bees today. Oh, that's crap. I'm also going to return Crazy real quick because he needs to go to the bathroom. Yes. If you spawn into a magma planet with magma, what was it? It's the magma veins, I believe. If you do that and you get a displaced pod location. Displaced pod location with magma veins means that the pod can spawn anywhere on the map. It will not spawn in the center. It will actually actively avoid the center of the map, which on a magma world with magma veins is the only safe spot in theory. But the big problem is that you can end up spawning into a map where your pod could spawn over here, in this area and over here in this corner, and you have a magma vein just going right here all the way down the entire map. And it's like, okay, cool. If you don't pick a digger and then get them on up to at least, where is it? Yeah, if you don't get them to here to dig through obsidian, you are fucked. If you can't get a digger in the first, little bit, you're literally dead because there will be no water, so you can't make oxygen. There will be no algae, so you can't make oxygen. Technically, you could try to live off of their waste off-gassing, but that would be about it. But that is one of the few like playthroughs where it's like it's literally just tedium, and it's just pain. The other one I've done, which was the Absolute Zero playthrough, was one of the hardest playthroughs I have ever done in ONI, and I would actually rate that one as almost worse. And the main reason being is, I also like how the game is telling me that my storage container is entombed. Like the door is entombed and my storage container is entombed. Thanks, game. I know it's entombed. There's meteorites raining down from space. Like, look at all this debris. I understand that. But yes, I would say that the Absolute Zero playthrough is unequivocally the worst mod I have ever played through for difficulty purposes. For difficulty-wise, Absolute Zero, what it does is it makes all objects set to Absolute Zero. So, there is no color here. It is just all this, like, very light blue. Because everything is negative 275.1, or sorry, 0.4 degrees. Which means the second you start the playthrough, all your plants in the entire map instantly die. All the critters in the map instantly freeze to death. And all the oxygen that isn't in your spawn cube, because the mod does give you a tiny spawn cube to work with. Everything outside the cube, it will instantly freeze to liquid. So all of your oxygen instantaneously goes liquid. All your water is solid. Crude oil is solid. All POIs and all objects that would spawn something come out as solid. Or just freeze over themselves instantly. And it took me 1,240 cycles, 43 cycles to be exactly correct, before I was able to finally thaw crude oil. And I was using an electrolyzer on top of every single trick in the book. And I was also using a liquid teppidizer to be able to get it where we were able to defrost oil. So that way we wouldn't die. Just like in real life, when you're dealing with Absolute Zero, physics break down. When you're playing Oxygen Not Included and you're playing the Absolute Zero mod, everything that you think about in this game breaks down. Oxygen in tubes turns to liquid. Oxygen in machinery turns to liquid. Ice in machinery freezes out instantly. Also, welcome back, Iron Monkey. It was interesting and a very, very tedious as hell playthrough, but it was fun to do. I will say that. Doing it once was fun. I would not recommend putting anyone through that hell, though, unless you absolutely unequivocally know all the tricks in ONI. One of the main things that will literally save you is building tiles. When you build a tile, the tile will always spawn at a very specific heat temperature. It is just enough to flash warm liquid oxygen into actual gaseous oxygen. So for exploring, you actually have to place tiles for your dupes to actually build as they're exploring to unfreeze their oxygen. I am not even kidding. That is how you explore in that mod. I don't know if they've updated it for the DLC, because again, that mod specifically, the Absolute Zero mod, also added in the mod set specifically. It's 2 mods. It added in the dark mod. So if you don't have light sources, your dupes are also automatically anemic. You have -4 across all stats. It was hard. It was fun. It definitely made me learn the power of tile construction. Whether I wanted to know it or not. But it definitely taught me specifically a lot about natural tiles, temperature control when it comes down to hitting where you can actually take liquid oxygen and convert it back into gas, and also the power of hydrogen. And chlorine. Chlorine was in a really weird state because once you got chlorine up to like 28 degrees, you could use it to technically temperature control the oxygen via touching tiles to keep areas warm. Like, it's crazy what you actually needed to do to make it so that way the base would function, because chlorine doesn't change temperature like at all. It takes literally hundreds of cycles. And the main reason being is thermal conductivity 0.08. You warm that thing up, it ain't cooling down. Like, if you cool it down, it ain't warming up. You literally have to do tile by tile if you want to actually warm chlorine. I think I still actually have. Was it on Fopalin? No, it wasn't. It was. Yeah, Rudavo. So for reference, this chlorine up here, 6 degrees. It's actually kind of moving around in this area. Chlorine down here, negative 21. All of this is completely sterile deep frozen. This has been here for 1,441 cycles. This is still not cooled. That is not a joke. It's because it doesn't even transfer to itself. So all of these tiles, except for the one where the food is sitting, is not even being affected. It's being affected by a tiny minute amount of temperature reduction or energy reduction, and everything in this tile, cool. Everything around it, not really. You're like negative 17 there, negative 16, 6, 2. I'm actually getting more cooling over here than I am anywhere else. And this is actually touching this, so yeah. Chlorine is nuts. I love chlorine. My true appreciation for chlorine came in after that point. Also came... Yeah. Actually, wait, that is disabled. It shouldn't be complaining. Yeah, well. But yes, chlorine in a super cold environment is one of your best friends for keeping things warm. Because it will actually transfer to the tiles, it just doesn't transfer to itself. And it doesn't even pull in energy really that well either, or, you know, leach it out very well. It just holds it in and goes, ah yes, I am 25 degrees and I'm not changing. And this tile touching me will be 25 degrees and it won't change. Yeah, absolute zero playthrough. I do recommend people to try it once you've gotten self-sustaining bases, at least under your belt. If you're trying it before that, I don't recommend it. You are probably going to die in the first, like, 10 cycles, because everything is frozen. And I mean everything. The oxygen, the water, the tiles, the dupes, everything. It becomes a nightmare. Okay, we're still sending steam up. Probably need to reduce that one a bit. I will eventually get the sour gas out of here. I was thinking about freezing it completely and then removing it, but I don't want to put any more chill into this room. Made a small little bit over here that ended up going from naphtha straight into sour gas due to lack of pressure. But everything else should be okay. Let me double check on Thea. Thea, what is your skills at? Athletics 11, machinery 10. He's getting there. He's not there yet, but he's getting there. Actually has a skill point. Good, good. I need to get you to mechatronics. You already have cooking there. Yeah, we'll do suit wearing, and then we'll push for mechatronics after that. Yeah, that gives him plenty. I need a farmer, rancher, cook, or a suit-wearing farmer digger. Even though we don't need to dig anything, I think that would probably be best for who to pair with him. Maybe a decorator instead. I feel like I need a strength dupe to be able to carry stuff around while we're building the automation. That way they can deliver for me to actually construct everything. He is a mechatronics engineer who can cook. That's really kind of our pairing at this point. Turn that back on. But I really need to increase the steam pressure in here and remove the other gases. That's really about it. And as much as I would like to convert the sour gas back into methane, it's not really worth doing here. Because it's literally just a couple grams here and there. Not terrible, but not good. Good news is, though, is that we do have water sources on all the volcanoes except for this one. Technically, if I can get water up here, then that counts. And that will handle it. How much ice do I have there? I've got all of our iron. I can't see it. The ice is at the bottom. No! Crap. Six, 7, 8. Okay, so we've got 7 stacks of 25 kilograms worth of ice there. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, that's plenty. That is plenty. How is the temperatures coming? 56 degrees. Good. I need to see 124. When I see that, all the steam will blast up. The sour gas will get pushed into this bottom corner. And anytime we have material raining down on this area, it should immediately flash into steam. That's the goal, anyway. The oxygen should actually end up pooling here. Possibly here in this corner. And this corner. When that happens, we'll have Thea come in here with a suit. And we'll build some mini vents and remove the excess gas. That way, this will now just become a steam room. And the only thing that'll be in here is steam and the iron and steel that'll be used for all the construction. But I think that's really all I need to do. Yeah, frost stuff is going up. Pickled meal 25k. I think that's enough to get back. I really do think that's enough for the dupes to get back. 2.1 cycles, 1.5. I could probably shoot more food over. We did just automate the process of doing so. But I think we're okay. Just need to make sure we picked up the other... Go back to fried all here. We get all the shots. I don't see any random meals over here, so I think we're good. Get my water here real quick. Yep, there's no food there. It'd be poking out if it was. Okay. I think I can leave the to their own devices at this point. And I need to hit pickled meal. High priority that. .6 kilograms of pickled meal. Good. And that'll leave him with 21,000 kilocalories for one single dupe. With the cross buns. Now, you don't need to be the one to... Never mind. You are the cook. What am I saying? Let me get the crew here. Roger that, Giovanni. Okay, I'm going to be sending all the dupes back. Today is the day. Also, let me double check to make sure everyone is good. Tray and spoon. There we go. Get your hat on, guys. Get your hat on. It's time to leave. He gets to have the place all to himself until we give him another buddy to actually work with. Knowledge warnings. We are taking the trip back. Pilot requested at control station. Frodo, hit the button. Now please don't melt everything. I know this is all going to melt, so that's fine. If the plastic ladders don't melt, I will be marginally concerned. Yep, there goes the igneous rock. That's fine. There's more nuclear waste just kind of raining down on everything. No biggie. I am actually surprised the plastic ladders held. What? How? I'm actually kind of concerned right now. Yes, those should have melted. 100% is blasted with 2,400 centigrade degrees of nuclear fallout and it didn't actually melt. What is this? That is not normal. And those didn't even get affected because the nuclear fallout didn't reach that high. Now that did. 200. Whew. That's spicy. Okay, well, he now has his bed to himself. Everything else is nice and cleaned. I'm hearing a radiation warning. What's going on? Nope. Bear went in the radioactive B room. That makes sense. That's fine. Alright, up, dude. Okay, how is Stella doing? Stella is 1 cycle away. Jean is 1.8. 10 kilograms of spare oxygen and about 5 kilograms of CO2 at the bottom. Not the worst thing in the world. Water-wise, we have plenty of water to get back for the actual trip. Sadly, not enough for actual room cooling, but I think temperature-wise we're okay. Here we go. Now, I will need to actually salt these guys' next trip foods. So we will be doing spiced foods soon. So we will no longer need to worry about our food expiring on us. Even if it is technically inside of a CO2 pocket that sometimes likes to be working and other times not. We have 7.4 kilograms of CO2 in this little pocket, and sometimes it calculates it and sometimes it doesn't. You can tell because of the outline here. There's oxygen here and CO2 here. It actually needs to be like this. So both tiles need to be CO2, and then your fridge will actually be in a sterile environment. Sometimes this will actually bounce up and then count, other times it doesn't. It's just kind of a 50-50. But we have plenty of actual fuel to get back. The downside is it will take 3.6 cycles to get there. The upside is that these only decay at about 2% per cycle, and they've got 34 left, so they're actually okay. So, none of their food will expire. They're going to have a slightly miserable time. The good news is they do have carpet to stand on, and also the decor is absolutely astronomical in here. On top of, they will spend most of their time in a Great Hall, so their morale will never dip. I think the only one I actually needed to care about was maybe Proto? Let me see here. Ah, it was Spoon. Spoon is the one who's been having some minor idiot, like, little problems here. Why? Presley, Meal, Great Hall. Where's your wait. Oh, last cycle's decor poor. Yep. They weren't in the rocket yet, that's why. Because they do have maximum decor almost everywhere. Plus 90. They have plus 91 in the toilet. And Spoon, just stay up here. You'll be fine. You'll get your plus 12. You don't need to worry about it. Just live on your little carpeted tile. Enjoy the view outside your rocket and the one inside the rocket. Yep, there you go. Drink old toesies. There you go. There's really nothing I could do about this one. I do need to do a rover drop over on this planet. Hopefully, I'm going to cross fingers and hope the rovers work. If anyone has seen the previous instances, we've had working rovers and then they stopped working. And then they had a hotfix and then they started working again and then they broke. So, rovers have been 50-50 for a while now. Some patches they work, some patches they implode and start bouncing uncontrollably, and it is a problem. But as far as I know, they have fixed them. So I'm just going to hope that they have and leave it at that. Now then. How are our pips doing? They're doing well. Let's see, what is our new blueprint? What do we get? Ooh, a still purple. Another one I don't have. I might want to use that for the lab. Because lab, I think, yep, lab gets counted for purple. Crap. Don't make that out of ceramic. Game. I don't think I will ever use ceramic drywall. That is... No. That is the ultimate, why am I doing this to myself? Oh no, I can't actually... Oh, I keep forgetting how they did this. You can't actually overlay new tile. You have to remove the old tile and then do it. How much oxygen is in there? Do I want to waste 14 kilograms because I overpressurized it somehow? Wait, what? I might want to... Well, actually, no. Everyone who goes in there has a suit, so... I have no idea how 14 got in with only a gas vent. I must have overpressurized it earlier and wasn't paying attention. Actually, let's make this a little bit more strategic, shall we? I want to at least give the person that has to go in here something to look at. Nope, not the liquid pipe. I need the drywall. There it is. There we go. Construction, 9. And I'll replace it with the purple, because why not? The lab's purple in the settings, so screw it. Also, I don't mind venting some of the 14.7 kilograms of overpressurized oxygen. Nobody's going to use this unless they're coming off the rocket to breathe while being in the suit, but I don't really want them blowing their eardrums out while they come in for the rocket lab. That's kind of a really dumb idea. Like, oops, I accidentally put too much oxygen in the chamber, and if I poke a hole in it, it'll explode. My bad. That's what, 7 times Earth's atmospheric pressure? Talk about having a really, really bad hearing day. Thankfully, building drywall is really easy. Getting rid of it is kind of a pain. It's only a slight change in color, but I feel it's worth it. Besides, we can drain more of the oxygen here while I'm doing this, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I know, right? That's pretty much what it is. I'm pretty sure it's when I was using the overpressurized vent and we accidentally just let it fill up too much. Thankfully, Infaust is here to help. only the hydrogen bomb. Well, technically it'd be a neutron. So, if you really want to get down to it, neutron would be one of the worst. Because neutron bombs go through walls. Like, the explosion isn't that dangerous. The neutrons being emitted from a neutron bomb would be one of the most terrifying things that you couldn't see. Because it would go through solid objects, the ground, yourself, and everything around you. It's like, hydrogen bomb, big boom. Neutron bomb, absolutely fucking terrifying. In principle. Oh, invest. Oh, we've drained about 0.3 across all tiles, it looks like. 0.4. It's not much. The vacuum of space is only slightly powerful in this game. Then again, it's a very small hole with a very tiny leak. Also, Bucket is seriously injured. Why are you hurt? 62. Oh, you ran into the bees, didn't you? That is bee damage if I've ever seen it. How many bees died? Actually, quite a few. Oh no. Okay. Bucket, where are you on the list? Apparently you are chosen by... Well, you're chosen by RNG to be absolutely cocked. There you go, bud. Don't re-enter the bee room, please. It's not safe. Also, I'm going to disable the igneous rock because we don't need it right now. There we go. I know it's only a slight change, but at least it's something for the lab. So, my dupes appreciate it. That's all that matters. That poor Bucket. Ouch. Ooh, pip eggs. Oh, thank goodness, finally. Let's check the dupes anyway. Yokel is a giant no from me. Researching plant murder. Not what I was hoping for. It's like, we need a farmer. Plant murderer. Damn it. Gourmet, not happening. It's not bad, ranching suit wearer, but Gourmet kind of removes him from the roster. You have a -1 for your food morale. So, good food, -1. It's not great. So we are going to definitely take the pip eggs. Do I want to take them? I don't really know if we need them over here right now. Kellen. I want to call him in here, but we do have an active poke shell. Where's the thing anyway? Ah, it's over in the corner. God damn it. I will be coming back here very shortly, so I think we'll just call it in here and hope one of the pips stays away from the poke shells. Or that hatches soon. That will actually hatch soon. That'll hatch before the pips do, so these guys shouldn't be pissed anymore. Downside, obviously, is the pips can be running all over the base, and hopefully they don't get caught by the poke shells, but besides that, I definitely needed to get pips over here. It was one of those ones where I'm like, oh, I really need pip eggs for Experiment 52B. And how is the gold production looking? Oh, it's looking good. That's a lot of gold. A lot of cobalt, too. I'm okay with that. Keep up the good work, Dips. Stella is, I'm assuming, already drilling. Yep, 11.9 left. And Gene should be, yep, Gene's operating a telescope at the moment. Now the big one is the mirror. Everybody's suit should be out of oxygen, but we should be fine. Because, as duly noted, they have plenty of oxygen to work with. Except for Proto. Proto has to climb all the way on up here. But he is skilled enough, so it's not that big of an issue. His rocket skill is 16. Yep. Go, buddy. There you go. Let's see. I'm pretty sure Gene's capped already. Yep, Gene is capped. He's level 20. And Stella, what are you at? You're at 13. Yep. You're getting there. You're just not there yet. I really want to get Stella's skill up because I want her as my secondary driller. Which she's been doing a pretty good job at, but she really can't go past 7 tiles. 7 tile distance is her absolute limit. Gene, on the other hand, he can go wherever the heck he pleases. And then our little buddy here needs to have his space station built first. But that'll be a bit. How goes cooling this monstrosity down? And slow, but sure. It's 900 there now. God, so much steam. Everything else ready for the pips. I need to continue working on the sleet wheat farm and the automation in hand. The big downside, obviously, is the sheer amount of metal that I actually need. We don't have enough. Barely 4K in copper ore. Not even enough in the rest. It is a problem. Not the word. It's not the end of the world on it, but it's definitely up there on the game way. I should probably bring the pip in. What else is left in here? There's 2 critters. Ah, okay. Sweetles. Got it. I also need to clean up all that polluted oxygen from all the... Oh, there's too much. It's all polluted ice melting. That's a lot. There's just the pip down there. Excuse me. If you ever hear that pop, that's just me turning off the mic so I don't cough into the mic for you guys. Yes. I really need to move a pip over here. So I think that's what we're going to do real quick. And I need to grab... Which one of you does not have an absolutely god-awful... Okay, you're going to die in 6 cycles because of 44, 35. You. I need to bring a pip in here, and we need to plant the last 3 sweet wheats here. The ingredient, sweet wheat. Actually, I'm interested how much sweet wheat we've got left. Turn that off for a second. We have a lot of frostbuns in here. 1 million frostbun kilocalories. Very nice. Downside, not really that much to grow with. I can't come over here and grab the 540 of it that's down here, though. That would mostly handle our issue. How close are you guys to getting... Oh, never mind. They're actually really, really, really close. I do need to remove the liquid CO2 there, though. That's for sure. Aaron, what's your mobility? Oh, you're right. You're actually capped. Never mind. Yeah, we'll get the natural sleet wheats planted using the pip. what little that we have. We'll probably pop down into the other natural oil grabber down here, and we'll grab the excess there. There is 18 in there. That is unreachable as of right now. I'll need to drain out the polluted water before we go in. Actually, I can probably grab this one instead. Because that's all CO2. So, yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let me do this for the pip. Do that. We need those three, or technically two. I'll do all three in case a dupe somehow falls in there. Like, I could just do, no. Let's idiot-proof this. We'll dupe-proof it so I don't have to worry about it. But I need this pip to plant over here. Come on, bud. There is nothing on this side. Because none of those are growing. That's all been cleaned. And that is more than 2 away. Let me double take to make sure we don't have anything growing. And can you actually give me a meter? I think that's still safe, but I don't know. That might not be safely away. Let's see. Are you gonna plant? If not, I can always remove this. And we can plant it later. It should be fine because it's above it, but is planting the way that you plant with pips? For anyone that doesn't know, you plant top right, go across, then down, and then across, down, and across. And always go from the right side. The pips calculate their plant distance checks from the right side to the left, and then they go down. If there's a plant underneath them, they won't plant. Which is why I gotta be careful of these ones once we get to this line. This line here will be affected by these. But it's about yay big. So that's the area I have to be careful of. So once we get to here, those are going to be in range. Come on, Pip. Why me have to move this over here? I can and will do it. I just want to help his AI to figure it out himself. Oh, that's not good. I'm hearing the wind picking up. Hopefully the internet stays on. It's actually concerning just now. I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. The house is like creaking on me. So let me up the priorities here because he is going to be doing everything himself for the time being. But he definitely needs to focus on life support. Hiding can be neutral. You're not going to be decorating anything. Digging, you're not really doing anything. Supplying, storing, check and check. I may want to lower cooking a little bit. Just to allow him to do more farming. So he can keep getting more materials instead of doing this. Even though he does need to keep working to get his athletics up. Manual generator, we're going to put these at 7. He is free to leave. Pretty sure. Oh, there we go. Now he can do it. In case anything breaks down here, he can come out and help. Also some more gold sent over. That's always good. Yeah, he's got 40 kilograms. Yeah, 40,000 kilocalories. Oof. And some barbecue too. Very good. I do want him to actually harvest these so he can keep getting more EXP towards his farming, but I think he just wants to get his athletics up. Because, I mean, the faster I get him to 20, the faster he can zip around the space, and I don't have to think about it. He does have the benefit of having many speed boost tiles. So all of these give him 25% more movement speed to 50%. So, there's that. This entire base is just built specifically for Thief. Eventually, I will also incorporate 2 more steam turbines over here. And then we'll probably lock this area down, because this entire thing will just be a steam battery based off of the iron volcanoes themselves. Just going to turn that off for a sec. Use power drain. I need to keep shifting the water around so that way we can keep increasing the temperature range. Yep, we're already up to 50 over here. I need all of this at 124 so it just flash steams it. But the actual base battery is looking very solid. I just gotta get more energy. AKA, I need more iron volcano eruptions. I will also eventually deconstruct all of these and reconstruct them once we have proper pressure. That way they won't break anymore. They're mostly just put in so that way they can actually house the steam. Or sorry, the steel. So I don't have to worry about them later. But I'm pretty sure his base is completely satiated. And the only thing is... wondering what's counting as industrial machinery in here again. Oh, it was the pump. Yes. You gotta go. I needed to vent out some extra materials. We had some problems. It's just a wee bit of problems. And this should immediately turn back into a nature reserve. Ugh. Come on, buddy. There we go. Nature reserve returned. I do need to get that ice out of it. What is your morale? Morale is 48! Oh! God. Oh, man. I am spoiling this dupe, I swear. I mean, yeah, sure, he's going to be a mechatronics engineer, and that's going to be like 26 morale, but... like, oh my lord. Like, look at this. Yeah, I'm totally spoiling Thea. Nobody can tell me otherwise. I absolutely am spoiling him. 100%. A full mechatronics suite doesn't even dent his morale. That's just what happens when you just morale bomb the ever-living hell out of your base. There you go, bud. Here's a go point for you. God, that's nuts. That's actually nuts. We will come back here soon. Intro, 85%. 8%. Yep, we're good. We're safe. The pips will be okay. I had to make sure of that. I don't want any accidents happening. So I am going to disable the dumping of water into space for just a little bit. That way we can build up some more materials. Pretty sure this is getting very... yeah, it's actually draining. There it goes. Those are sewer water. Actually working pretty well. Somehow a pip got out again. Pips, can you please stop taking Pips to the bathroom? Like, I don't mind it, but it is kind of annoying. I know you guys like having the little tiny squirrel cat things running around all over the base, but stop leaving them in the bathroom unattended. I swear my dupes are definitely taking the Pips out. There's no other way to describe it. Like, the entire recreational zone is right here. So the dupes will always come through here, no matter what. And I swear they're just grabbing them from here and taking them on up to the bathroom, the bedroom, and over here. And I'm just... Please stop. Please stop taking the Pips out of their normal holding cages. They have an entire sanctuary zone just dedicated to them. They don't need to be sitting in the bathroom, dupes. I swear. That's actually nice. Let's start making more diamond again. I'm gonna re-angle this, open this door. Back up so I don't blow everyone's ears out with, Ah, good. Good. 82k rads. Beautiful. We're getting close to 1,000 rad bolts, and this thing shoots every 50. We're almost to 1,000 rad bolts per cycle. We're so close! Ugh. I just want a continuous stream of laser beams. That's all I want. I want absurd particle physics. Sure, everything else in here is doing pretty good. Yep. How many eggs are there? Plenty. Slicksters are surviving no problem. Nuclear reactor is doing perfectly fine. The bees have yet to break through here yet. They are slowly cleaning up the uranium, though. Eventually I need to remove this beehive. Area is down to 210 almost. 211 to 210. We do have a wild shine bug on the loose. You know what? That's fine. Shouldn't be able to get down here and impact anything other than the bathroom. I'll be fine. Let me check on Alan real quick. Yep, have you planted yet? No, but you brought a sleetweed down. I am marginally concerned. What the heck? Yeah, we have grabbed out all the sleetweed grains. Good. 561 units of sleetweed. Awesome. Why are you not planting? There's got to be a plant somewhere down here that I'm not seeing. That's not in range. That's not in range. Those are all dead seeds. Again, this is above. This shouldn't be impacted. Gonna get rid of it just in case, and we can always replant it later. But I am very confused as to why the pit refuses to plant here. Because if it's above it, it's fine. That's the weird part about this. And also uproot. Actually, no. That, again, these are on the same layer, so that doesn't cause problems. I doubt it's the grub fruit. The only time the grub fruit will cause a problem, I think, is this distance. Maybe? I don't know. That's plenty of space. If it was over here, I'd be concerned. I know I need to get rid of these two anyway at some point, because when we go for this line, they have one tile where it will cause a problem, but that's about it. Pip, can you just plant, please? All I ask. For some reason, you took one of the sleet wheat grains all the way down there, and then you just left it. I worry about my Pips sometimes, I swear. They do really weird things. Also, I need to clear that plastic. Done. Yeah, he's just like... I don't know what he's doing. There's no way this grub fruit is causing a problem. I'll tell you that right now. Not from that. That is astronomical distances. It's 2 room blocks down is the check. I think he's just being a douche. I really am starting to think that Pip just wants to be a douche. Oh, wait. He finally coming to grab this thing? Nope, he just picked it up and immediately dropped it. God damn. Pip, why? Why are you like this? I swear, when I watch you guys, you either really, really, really enthusiastically plant everything, or you hate me and refuse to do it. The temperament of a squirrel and a cat mixed with some kind of fern. That's what these things are. Actual nightmare fuel. I'm just gonna leave him alone, and I'm gonna hope that he does what we ask. I'm just gonna leave him alone and hope. I don't trust him. That's fine. Okay, we've already got our resources. We've done the full exploration of the corner. Gene is on his way back. Yep. How much food have you burned? Very little. Good. Okay, Gene's all nice and safe. Stella is asleep. While the automated drilling arm is doing all the work, which is fine. How's Mir doing? Well, they're miserable to an extent. Food is fine. Actually, no. Their morale is 23 out of 19, 27 out of 19, and 26 out of 19. Never mind. They're not miserable. They're actually quite happy. Just running out of oxygen in their suits, but they have plenty of oxygen in the room to breathe. So they're actually fine. Yep. They're all A-okay. Let's see. I'm going to take Gene 3.8. They'll be back in 0.5 if they don't get a boost. No eligible rockets. God damn. I had hope, game. They're coming back. Come on, give them a boost. I will admit it is kind of frustrating that sometimes the rocket station in the lab just doesn't want to boost them on the way home. Even though they've landed on another launch station and did not get boosted at any other point. They just sometimes just don't get it. Let's check the water situation. All of our water is currently ready to refill our rockets when they land. Plenty of space. How's the toilet? Plenty of space. Okay, we're good. So we do have another blueprint. See what it has in store for us. Please Please be the pips. And nope, more gloves. Dang it. I want the pip balloons. That is the one I want. Anytime I have a balloon overjoy moment, I want to see pip balloons on everybody. Like the bees are finally back up to regular population values. I think I've gotten everybody that is technically targeted by the bees out of the bee zone today. For anyone wondering, bees, whenever you save and load the game, it RNGs what dupes are going to get targeted by the bees, even if they're in a suit. So you just kind of have to find out who ends up accidentally killing all your bees when they run through an area, and then lock them out of the area. Then when you save and load the game, let them back in and see if they're being targeted again. If they are not being targeted, then you're safe. But that also means one of your other dupes, from all of your other duplicants, is now the target. So it could be anybody, and you don't know until they start getting stabbed. We really need a trait that's just friend with the bees. That way, every time I can have a dupe, like, just be with the bees and I don't have to care. Is you can't really just leave one duplicant to handle them because of how the RNG factor of saving and loading the game works. If you only have one dupe, that dupe will also always be targeted. So, doing a one dupe base, you really can't work with bees ever. Because those get targeted even through a suit. Every time. Oh, they died of old age. But yeah, that's the only downside of doing a one dupe challenge. You can't work with bees. Or betas have to be left alone completely. Or you have to CO2 the heck out of them so they all fall asleep. There's really no other option. Do I need to send anything anywhere else? Kind of not. Let me deconstruct this. I need to add 2 more storage containers for refined carbon. And we're going to keep building our rocket shell. Right now, pretty sure these are still irradiated to high hull. Yep. The power of nuclear rockets. You're going to have a lot of radioactive contaminants. There's a reason I normally prefer using refined carbon for rocket shielding and just base protection. Because once you get this nice little strip here, you don't need to care about it anymore. You remove all the insulation underneath, and this will just be floating here, and it will protect you from the nuclear fallout. Because the nuclear fallout actually originates from this tile right here on the launch pads. And it can only really move wherever it can actually reach. Now, if you're trying to recover nuclear fallout, I would fully recommend using refined carbon. Just out of force of habit. You can use other materials, but that's the one that I always recommend. Okay, I need consumable ore. I need coal. Priority. You can go for just 2 kilograms. I normally do 200 to force a natural tile anyway. So, it just looks better. Like, I know this is overkill. Like, this is way overkill. This is literally 100 times overkill. But, yeah, I just do this just out of posterity. Pulling that on up so we don't have to worry about it. I do know Mir should be back in 56 seconds. Oh, Stella has finally finished their cargo. Good. Everybody, on your way back base. We need to get everyone back to home base. Period. God damn you, weather. I'm hearing thunder as well now, and I'm like, don't you dare. It's nearby. I'm not currently getting hail or rain or anything yet, but it is passing through the area right now. I gotta be a little bit careful on this recording. Raven on the YouTube crowd. If this recording abruptly cuts off, you'll know why. uh... Hopefully that does not happen. So far, so good, at least. Oh. And it picks more meats. That's what to say. We have some pipsqueaks and a sage hatchling. More meats for the meat bin. How much barbecue are we up to? We are slowly gaining positive barbecue while we're processing everything else. I wish there was a use for plant meat. I really do. These things are absurd and amazing. And yet there's literally no use. At least there's no use yet. But maybe one day we'll get something. Okay, Partic Bud, what do we get? Swamp Chards versus Namari with Ranching, Doctoring, and Digging. Iron Gut, Irritable Bowels. Not great. And Cannot Build. Not what I'm looking for. Sorry, Amari. You've really been getting the short end of the stick as of late. Bert, Supplying, not bad. Green Thumb, pretty good. Uncultured, actually really nice. Gastrophobia, cannot do cooking errands. That's also not what I'm looking for. That sucks. He can at least deliver to a, well, he can deliver to a fridge and he can deliver to the stove, but that's it. Gossman, Digging, Farming, Tidying. They're gourmet. Automatically off the list. What's worse? They're allergic. Which is even worse. I will never take an allergic dupe ever again. Allergic dupes, or dupes with allergies, specifically, have one of the worst negative traits in the entire game. Just bar none. It turns them into an anemic, because they will just be coughing as they're trying to get to their medicine from wherever they're at in the base. They could even be in a suit, in a full-blown Atmos suit, and they can still get affected by it. If that starts happening, your dupe will be crawling at like barely walking speed, even if they have 20 athletics, and they will just pause to cough, and then move a little bit, and then pause to cough. It makes them impossible to work with. We're gonna take the swamp chards. Sadly, all three of them. Oof. But yes, never take an allergic dupe. Chat forced me to do it on my last base. I'm never doing it again. I refuse. That poor duplicant literally just lived in the doctor's clinic. I put his bed next to it. I gave him his own little fridge, and I just put him in his own room area and just dumped all of his medicine in that one chamber. Because it's like, he physically couldn't leave the base. It was just too much for him, and it was so bad. Like, I feel so bad for that duplicant. I will never print an allergic dupe ever again. It was just painful to watch. Okay, cool. You guys have finally returned home. Good job, guys. So, I want spiced food only. And I probably need to shove another refrigerator somewhere for all of the other food. Or I could just leave it in here, because this is the primary research rocket. I'm debating about putting another fridge here and just putting all of the other stuff into it. Yeah. That. We want spiced food only. We want pickled meal. And once we have that, it will never ever expire as long as this thing has power. Or if it becomes encased in CO2. If it becomes encased in CO2, it will never expire, and I don't even need power. If it doesn't become that way, as long as it says power, it will never expire. But I may need to remove the astronomer at home and replace it. I like having that, but on the other hand, I think it would be better to shove that there. and possibly add a pixel pack made of gold. Yeah, we can do 2 pixel packs made of gold to just decor bomb the heck out of it. We'll remove the painting, put a smaller painting in, put the fridge here, and we'll just put all the swamp shards and all the non-perishables into this one, because this is the most important rocket I have. Also, auto-repair this, because this is full of oxygen, and I don't feel like releasing 200 kilograms worth of O2 into this room. I don't use beds. You don't need them. Also, welcome, Captain Muller. For reference, Great Hall, washroom. That's all you need. Also, the party line is the thing causing the Great Hall effect, which you can actually put this in here at a regular height. You don't need to make it floating. I just did it so I would incorporate the actual. That way my dupes can just stand down here and I don't have to care. Probably should switch this out for gold, actually, instead of plastic. Though I do like having the plastic's radiation protection to the core of the rocket so the dupes don't move around. Yeah, it's just floating there. Yep. So you just put a tile here, and then you put the party line on top of it. Disable that. So yes, party line phones do count as your one and only recreational item for a Great Hall. So you don't actually need to have it, like, anywhere. You can totally connect it here. So you can put a tile here, remove this, and then end up having the party line here. And that also works. So you don't really have to worry about it. Yes, we are going to be rocking spiced food from now on because it's worth doing. Because this stuff will never expire anymore. Still want to move another fridge in here though, and I want to stick it there for all the non-perishables that we have. You need to get out of there, and that needs to go out of there too. But yes, my average rockets look like this. And we do kind of emit a stupid amount of decor, which is always good. Stella is coming back, and Jean is coming back. And for exploration rockets, we have a Great Hall here, and a washroom here. And yes, you can put an enclosed telescope inside of here. In all intents and purposes, the best way I can visualize this is all you need to do is cut from here, and this little lid is actually poking out this side. That's the best way I could describe it. Like, the reason that this is actually totally viable is that the tiling for searching is here, and it goes up in a little V shape, like so. It's not actually displayed in game, but that is how you can actually tell where the telescope actually works. And this will go through this wall, because it is right there. Because the dupe will actually be sitting there. Yep. I do wish that they would allow us, without melting the walls, to actually put these things on the side. But, on the other hand, they want us to actually design crazy and absurd rockets. So, it's kind of a win-win either way. I mean, building a space station is always fun, though. A little bit tedious, a lot of micromanagement. Obviously, there's like 2 ways to do it. One is either you use liquid steel and melt a hole through the wall, or you use an existing tungsten or niobium volcano, and you just vacuum seal the room and send it up to a rocket, which is what we're going to do on this one. And all I got to do is just pour the tungsten in here and melt this paneling out. I could actually melt out the wall, but I always find melting these 2 tiles is always the easier option. And these ones just don't melt, so, which is a good thing. I do need to refill this rocket though, but I think we're good for the rest of it. It's designed at a rec room with a beach chair. It's morale. I've always thought about that. The only thing I always have a complaint about with that one is if you actually have spiced food, or even, like, say you have, oh, I think it was grubfruit preserve? Can't remember if it was grubfruit spiced or grubfruit preserve. You could easily rack up a 16 morale bonus. Though beach chairs are very fucking good. I wish I could fit a hot tub in every rocket, but there's no way. like, that is so much that's so much wish fulfillment on my side of things for the dupes, but that's not happening. It's like, oh, trust me, I would love to put a hot tub for everybody. My main goal for completing my runs, obviously, is a working hot tub on every planet. As like my completion point. Where is it? There's mushroom, not mushroom. I need nutrient bar, muck roots, font chart, and hex. Yeah, my main goal, obviously, is limited interplanetary transport, full bleachstone production, and large-scale interplanetary bleachstone distribution, and a hot tub everywhere. Thankfully, hot tubs are relativistically easy to make. The biggest issue, obviously, is getting the bleachstone in the first place. Because to keep the water temperature going, it's literally just a design like this. Set it for 75. Thermal liquid at 55. And liquid shutoff. A little bit of aluminum. And you're done. Working hot tub every time. The downside, obviously, is getting bleachstone everywhere. Because you need an absolute stupid amount of squeaky puffs. It's my only downside. Every playthrough I always try for this. And it's hard as hell. Yeah, I know, right? Squiggly? Yeah, you're having a moment. He's staring at his trapped squeaky puffs. Like, what? You're a balloon artist. What are you doing down here? I think my dupe was having a moment. It's just random epiphany. All of our bleachstone comes from these puffs. And he's just sitting there staring like, ah, yes, it's beautiful. Like, I don't even know how to describe what that was. Like, it was just a bona fide dupe moment. Like, alrighty, bud. Get back to work, please. How's Thee doing? He's already up to 56,000 kilocalories. Yeah, he'll be fine. Actually, what is his morale right now? 32. That's much more reasonable. He was at 48 earlier, and I'm like, oh my god, I decor bombed him too hard. I way overdid it. That's not a bad thing. It's just that was so much overkill. You're dormant. Next dormancy soon. I'm hoping when these guys start fully going off, then I don't have to worry about the pressures down here, and our little steam battery will be nice and operational. It's probably going to be 2 more cycles before the full battery is finished and actually fully pressurized. Because the temperature down here has to hit 124. If this hits 124, we're fine. Everything else in here will eventually normalize to that temperature. And that's really about it. I'm pretty sure Thee's nice and safe for now. I do want to give him another dupe. As I've said, I'm hoping we get a good printable dupe that can pair with Thee. Thee is a mechatronics engineer who can also cook. So I'm probably going to want someone who's decor, possibly delivery, to help him out. And then those two will just be living here. That's about it. I do want to have him also be a rancher. That way I can actually rock in with the Drecos. Because that way we can easily repair our suits. I don't have to care about it. I just need to flood this thing with chlorine up here and... oh, actually, a little bit of hydrogen and then a tiny bit of chlorine to fill this little corner here. But the base is actually really, really well laid out for such a tiny little thing. I don't think I really have to worry about anything except for the steam output. Which is why we'll once the steam battery is actually up and operational, I can probably remove the manual generators. I'll just scoot them up here. Because I can always just shove one right there. I prefer to keep it on the main line, but there's really no room to do so. Also, the power system is so good. Like, I'm so happy with the power grid on this one. It's just like, yes, perfection. I don't have to do anything. All nice and balanced and everything. Yes, once we get that, well, once the volcanoes do our job for us, then I'm going to turn on the rift generator and actually get it fully operational, and we're going to seal everything but this one door. Right here. Because this and this is where it shoots out. So. That should hopefully protect us from the meteorites that will end up inadvertently raining down on this planet. So, I'm going to just hope that the little shell that we created is enough. It should be. So, should be and is are two different things. Also, I did forget to check one other thing. Dupes, can we please move the other food out? If you wouldn't mind, that would be great. But yes, water check. Okay, we are all full on water on this rocket. How close are the others? 1.9, 1.9. Good. Now, also, do this. Sweep that. And that. Need to make sure we get the other coal over here on this tile as well. That way we can start making the rest of the shell. Because I want it to extend over to here so I don't have any sort of nuclear fallout raining down on anything. I feel bad for Zal. I'm pretty sure the construction is not very high. Nope, it is one. Well, at least you're trying. I'll give you that. I also have low morale right now. That's fine. That's 200 kilograms. Consumable ore. Oh. There we go. We still have some more food to get rid of. Yep, that is perfectly safe. And all of our... Okay, cool. Good. Non-perishables, check. Everything else is solid. And I do need to add one blank canvas. Make it a copper. That's fine. Okay, cool. I'm still gonna add it in, even though we're already at max. Because why not? But yes, I may need to do another rover drop. I think that is actually the plan for over here. We're going to have Gene do it. So when he gets back, we'll have him head on over, drop the rovers, and we're going to cross our fingers and hope that they're working. Because if they aren't, it's going to suck. That happened before. They just bounce on ladders and become useless. So I'm going to hope they're fixed and that the last hotfix makes them work. That's what always worries me about the rovers. Up the priority on the sweep refrigerator. Anything else that I need? Probably actually need to make glass. Got it. We'll do 50. Temperature's looking. They're kind of getting down. pretty sure it's because of the amount of water coming through. Yep. Real quick. I do swap my radiator from time to time. Thankfully, this will never, ever, ever cool down again. Mostly because that's 322,743.8 kilograms of nuclear waste. Which is amazing. Mostly because of the sheer amount of rads. We've broken past 5 nuclear reactor cores. It's beautiful. I will admit the Geiger counter is going absolutely mad. Yes, hopefully we can reach 1,000 rads per cycle by the time we finish. That's the hope anyway. No idea if that's actually possible, but we're damn well gonna try. Okay, good. They're finally getting the rest of it. Hooray! I was waiting for it. Like, please confirm that we've cleaned out all of the excess food. Thank you, Oops. Can't really do anything until you do that. I was ran into a problem. He's just making more food. Oh, new blueprints. What do we get? Come on, Pips. Pip balloon. No! We got Peppy Poke Shell balloon. Wrong one! God damn it. It's not bad, but eh. For anyone wondering, I can easily do this. Supply closet. Where is it? You know, I believe. Overjoyed responses. We have the Drekos. We have now gained 2 of the poke shells. I want... Where is it? No, level. There it is. I want this one. This is the one. We need it. I'm so annoyed that we haven't gotten it. I have now gained 2 of the Peppy Poke Shells. Come on, game. I want to see this running around my base everywhere. This one. They really did outdo themselves on the overjoyed effect. I will 100% vouch for that. It's so frustrating and just like I don't think I can make it more clear that I enjoy having Pips around. I mean, they themselves are their own like decor aura for my dupes and everything else. But it is frustrating that we haven't gotten the balloons yet. Okay, good. There's the unrefrigerated warning. Put that to 1. Let the auto arm handle everything. One day we'll get it. One day. I don't mind Sage Hatch 1 either if they had it, but they don't. Well, we have 406,000 kilocalories worth of food, all non-perishables now. Plus they're tasty. I know. Like they're literally your dupe's favorite friends. And they turn into tasty, tasty food afterward. So all around, they're just kind of good. Now, I do think I am going to end up going to Flippallen with our current dupes. The only reason being is I also have been planning about poking a hole through here. So we can clean out some of the excess steam in here, and then I can start pouring water in remotely. As you can see, we have fired a bunch of materials over so I can start building a small little area up here in space. Because I want to speed this along, because I can't use rovers to get to this. It is not possible. Even if I make them out of steel, which they can easily survive the temperatures, I can't get to it because there's literally obsidian all around my sulfur geyser. I want this thing. I really do. It is so much sulfur, it's stupid. Sulfur geysers are amazing. I just need to get to it. It is surrounded by death. Such a slow process. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to trailblazer our way over here, build an actual landing site right here, and then poke a hole in it. It's also stupidly close, so this really will not take that long. So I do need to retarget this for that. I also like how the original crew is just always going to be in here no matter what I do. Mind you, they have the best rocket in the entire bunch, but that's beside the point. They're not eating any of that because they're going to go grab the barbecue instead. Yes, we should probably start refilling the rocket real quick. Probably want to expand some of the actions. Still debating about where I want to put an actual full-blown, like, max size grade hull, if I even want to use one. My primary rocket crew does come back to home base, but it's so rare it's not even funny. Like, they just kind of live out on other planets while they're doing all of our operations. And I have 2 really good rocket pilots besides them that can take another team if necessary anywhere else. So, yeah. And Proto just will never get out of his stupid pink jumpsuit, so I just gave up. If anyone's wondering why he's our primary rocket pilot, and he's running around in the pink suit, it's because he put it on one time and he never took it off, no matter what I did to try to get him out of it. And then eventually I gave up. I legitimately just gave up. Argonist, welcome. Pretty much. And we are in cycle 2311. Thankfully, the UPS overall has not actually been that reduced in comparison to normal. Even if I wiped out all the critters on the map, it wouldn't actually improve performance. I've already done tests. This is just what you get when you get this far. Because if I do this, 3 times speed, not really going that much faster. Like, we're skipping some frames. That's about it. Same with 2 times. Yes. Soon. Soon I'll be getting 1,000 rads per cycle, and I'll be perfectly fine with that. How's everybody else coming in? 0.9 and 1.7. These are already refilled. Are good. Hopefully the other rockets will land before I need to actually vacate all the excess water into space as per usual. See, how you doing? We're literally just cooking. I'm okay with this. Everything else is automated, so he's perfectly fine just doing that. Drapola. That's laying out. What is your thing? Your athletics are 20, good. Nope, not you. Pencil, what are you? 20. Sorry, 20. Good. Very, very good. Radiator's working just fine. And nothing else is broken. Sweet. So, this has broken. I'm wondering how. Oh, it did the stupid bug again, didn't it? Yep. Why am I out of food? Oh, I stressed out my binge eater. Wasn't supposed to do that until Cycle 80 when I had my ranching set up for carnivore. I hate that. Also, it seems we had a small bug. I hate when it does this. This is why I always do some double checks from time to time. It probably happened when we were doing priority checks. It just didn't show up yet. But, that. For reference, this is why I have the pump still in here, originally. Is because this, sometimes we would get polluted oxygen just teleporting in here. So we would normally use this to get rid of it. But obviously the only issue that you have is you need to remove this corner, put a tile here, and then it will compress that way. Because the game is not actually tile updating any information in here. And that's one of the more annoying bugs. I will have to come back in here real quick and then fix it, hopefully. Yes, teleporting materials are a thing. There's really nothing you can do about it. Just yeah, I know. The teleportation bug is super annoying. I remember when I was vacuuming out of a volcano, especially with the well, before we were having serious problems with it. But move this, and then this should immediately compress. But I was vacuuming out of Volcano's area, and then sour gas just appeared inside of it because it actually teleported from plastic 43 tiles away up in the top left. Yep, there it goes. See how now it's updating? Yeah, whenever you see this happen, it's normally a teleportation bug, and it stops the actual tiles from technically tick updating. So it causes that to happen. It is super annoying. So, if anyone ever runs into this, that's what's happening. All you gotta do is make sure that you clear a corner, put down a tile, remove said tile, and it will tick update all the other tiles, so your steam will then get moved again. And then, obviously, once you get the temperatures back down to 124, remove whatever liquid lock that you have, go back in, repair everything, and try to vent out whatever the heck got teleported in. Sometimes you can have sour gas pop in here, sometimes you can have CO2 pop in here, sometimes you get polluted oxygen, hydrogen, etc., etc. Just kind of all over the dang place half the time. But if anyone's wondering why this happens, that's what that is. And yes, this is why we left the gas pump in here. Because it just keeps happening from time to time. Hey, Holy Bread. Oh, yeah. I've heard of that one. I'm still amazed that Nintendo didn't try to sue them. Then again, if I remember right, they didn't use anything that was Nintendo-based, so they weren't able to, if I remember correctly. Okay, rocket's already almost halfway full. Check on the others. Yeah, we're gonna definitely take our rocket over here. Yeah, I gotta get the temperature down. We'll come back in here. I'll get everything repaired, and then we'll be back up and running. Good news is we have 5.7 tons of gold. We already have a ton of it. Oh, sorry. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure that's the one where they didn't use anyone. A lot of ROM hacks lately have been utilizing like mixed setups. Shove that back in there. And we will reattach it. I see, get rid of the hydrogen. Probably could swap this out for petroleum so we don't have to worry about it later, but we go in fast enough, we don't really have to worry about it too much. I just gotta get the temperature down to steam turbine ranges of 124. After that, we should be okay. So frustrating. I hate teleporting bugs. They're so annoying. Thankfully, we haven't had one over here since the last time we had to deal with bugs, so I haven't needed to go back in and repair that one yet. But it still can happen, and it's something you have to pay attention to. What could go wrong? Many things, dude. Many things. Really do want to stick my one thing back in there if we're already getting this again. And it should be fine. Hopefully. Yeah, exactly. Just sucks I have to come back in here again and remove the thing that we already removed. Like, damn you, teleporting materials. Not select the gold. That would be a bad idea. I want that to cool off in here naturally. Nice, holy bread. There we go. Already cleaned that out. And yeah, we'll just pop these two and come in. Nope. Thank you. Let's see here. God damn it. It's stuck behind the... No! It's behind the pixel packs. God damn it, Kate. There we go. That's a really funny bug. I was like, no. I do it 5 skill points quicker. The fastest skill point generation that I have discovered in general is running athletics, but pushing for field research. So your first couple skill points, you do advanced research, field research, and then applied sciences. And then you run them on the wheel. Because the higher your research levels, the better their EXP gain. And their EXP gain applies to everything, including athletics. And the athletics EXP gain rate is the highest because they are on it the longest. If you make a gym where, say, this wheel here is only connected to a light bulb, they will forever run on the wheel until they get tired. So they will just generate EXP the entire time. Oof. I'm actually surprised they haven't sued them then, if that's the one. I'm thinking of a different ROM hack for that. I think it was Toxic? I can't even remember. There's been so many different Pokemon ROM hacks, and one of them ended up replacing every one of them, so it made it not terrible. Oh. It was dropped. That's a warning. I would assume it's because of all of the rockets coming back. At the same time, no, they came back with mugs. Not again. Why? Game. Why? Why all the mugs, man? I don't need them. I'm pretty sure it was Pokemon Toxic, technically. But it wasn't called that. They changed it. About that for the Frozen dupe for the second asteroid. They start with 3 points, so I might be able to get my automation up earlier. Or I need to simply Paku Ranch that doesn't need automation. The Paku Ranch idea is still really slow on the ramp up. So if you're trying to go for really quickly, early on, that would not be really viable. Later, it would be probably the second best, but remember that the amount of EXP from ranching is only like 2 points of EXP. So apparently my dupes dropped me some slime. God damn it, dupe. Why can't you guys complete your objectives first before you start making mistakes? Doesn't really impact us that much, but that is annoying. I normally just put everyone on gyms right when I spawn them in anyway, mostly because I want them to get as much athletics as possible to get them around the bases as fast as possible. Oh, god damn it. Again with the cannot cook. I do want a rancher over with Thee, but I want them to have ranching and like suit wearing. I'm working on the first 100 cycles. I would still say do the gem. Like, the only thing I can think of is increase research stats, scrub them later, have them digging, building, and gym. Those are the, like, 3 things that give the highest EXP per action. And early on, you're going to do a lot of digging. So increasing their ability to do research early is very important. I think the only real flaw that you have to worry about is getting to an early scrubber. Factoring, supplying, operating, yokel, no. Unpracticed artist. Decorating. Max, you got screwed, buddy. Decorating, Andrew, unpracticed artist. Ouch. That actually hurts. I'm just gonna call in the hatchling. Sorry, Max. And the other 2 dupes, but Max really did get absolutely screwed on that one. Yeah, they dropped some slime again. I really need to actually set up rocket filters. That way I could just ship this stuff where it belongs, which is over here in the liquid lock. I'm really wondering where that suit was dropped. Need that. I have no idea what ranges you're talking about, though. That definitely seems odd. Someone's fucked with those numbers. I mean, it is a ROM hack, so I expect it to be weird. Holy bread, I don't know. Let me up the oxygen scrubber there. Do that up a little further. Rocket refilling is working out. That should be sweep only. And should be cleared. There we go. Get all of that out of there. And somebody was eating in here. That's by oh, that is seasoned. Okay. Stella. Stella. There you go. And you move that into there. Oh. Yes, you can. There we go. Another puff bites the dust. That also needs to be refilled before we send them out again. I think we're gonna send the dupes once all the rockets are fully filled. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do our reverse planetoid digging operation. And I really wish we actually had one of my decor guys to come on up here and fix that painting. But it doesn't look like they want to come up there yet. So I'll just let them do it on their own time. Let's see. 8 out of 8. The reactor is just chugging along no problem. Hey, we broke below 210. Good. I need that. I actually have to freeze all of this water out and then move it. Because the bees need to come down here. I also need to seal all of this in. and make a like somewhat flat platform for them. Then I can finally clean all this up, and we can just have a nice large-scale frozen zone over here. And I can probably repurpose this corner for more pips, or possibly... I don't really feel like running a petroleum boiler over in the corner. We could do it. Or my run's dead. Oh no! Man down. That's a rip. I'm so happy I've been building my particle accelerator. Ugh. Oh, good luck. Now let's see. How's B-Talon holding up? Temperatures have actually been going down. Good. Good. Where is the heat coming in from? 44, 32. It's probably the excess of biscuit laying around. I can pretty much remove most of this now. I'm going to install one. Yeah, I'll just do igneous there. And I need to do that. I don't have the aluminum yet to actually be able to finish this, which is why it's not done yet. It's like, that's really the problem. We don't have the materials. It's like, I need a bunch of steel for this, and I need a bunch of steel for, and a couple other resources, including I need to send over some more obsidian, or at least process this obsidian into piping, and then I have to send over a ton of aluminum to finish the pipe network here. Beyond that, I think we're okay. We're almost done venting all of our excess gas into space. Yep, just a couple grams everywhere. No real big deal. I do want to actually vacuum this entire area out, so that way I just don't have to worry about any sort of temperature. The problem I have is I do have a fully exposed petroleum generator just kind of hanging out over here. Like, he's just venting his heat into space. It's not a big deal. It's fine. I do need to put liquid on this, though. Just a little bit of petroleum should be fine. Also, that exploded. I don't even know how, but it did. How did you explode? You're disabled. I just realized this. Oh man, we've had some really weird tile disappearances again. There's no material either. I'm assuming it just disappeared on us. This happened before. I was wondering what was going on over here. So as a heads up, if a tile breaks, you'll still find the materials right there. But there's nothing there. There's some polluted dirt, but that's about it. But somehow that actually blew up. I have no idea how, because this is disabled. Ah. First teleporting resources, now disappearing blocks again. It happens. It is annoying, but it does happen. The really annoying part is... Can't use a mini liquid pump, because it'll melt. But I did leave enough space, just in case. Okay. Liquid pump. I will need to break that. And I will need to actually break it. I keep forgetting we have plier tools now. I keep forgetting it, but we have the plier tools in the base game, which is amazing. But I need to shove that up there. There. Oh, wait. Steel. Not need steel. Regular iron will work just fine for you. Steel. And liquid pump. Steel. There. I don't need city either. I just need regular piping because we're just moving hot objects from one room to another. The other thing I need to do is connect that to that. But yes, if that had actually shattered, there would be igneous rock. Actually, sorry, there would be obsidian just sitting here. And this is also disabled, so I have no idea how this blew up. Or, well, disappeared, I guess. The game could have calculated that there was a pressure difference, but then it would have shattered this one too. I have no idea. Pipe break? No. Oh well. Bugs are bugs. We build around it. We make fail-safes. We can fix it. Besides, we have a giant pile of extremely talented duplicants that are actually capable of pretty much fixing this in, what, a quarter of a cycle once you get them going? Yeah, I have no idea. It is so weird. I have no idea how this exploded. I'm actually confused on this one because I'm like, wait a minute. I didn't, like, this wasn't running. There's no, like, liquid gas buildup. It's not even on. It hasn't been on for God knows how long, actually. I've been keeping this one offline. This is the one that's set up for automation. So this one actually runs whenever it runs out of crude oil. I have no idea what happened here. Random disappearing blocks is what happened. Again. This has actually happened if I come over to main base and I go down here. There was a block that was actually blocking in the steam turbines that I had down here from the CO2 of the upper area, and that one actually disappeared. It was right here. Once the autosave finishes. But it was this tile right here. This tile actually ended up turning into liquid because the game thought that this polluted water was actually supposed to be here on a save and load. So it just, this tile just poofed out of existence. And I was like, oh, well, that's really, really goddamn terrible because, yeah, we have 1,069 kilograms of CO2 in this room. It is actually slowly vented out with the excess steam and sent on up into space. There is actually a breakoff point. So this actually takes priority first due to pipe priority, and then the rest of it sent into space to be disposed of. But yeah, we ended up having like 400 kilograms just cover my steam turbines for a while until we finally got the temperatures down to a reasonable level. But it was just because this tile just disappeared on me out of nowhere. It wasn't pressure, it wasn't anything. Like it's a trickle of water. There's no pressure. And this looks like it had a pressure break, but it didn't because, well, that doesn't make any sense. There should be obsidian here. Probably need to connect a wheel on up to the actual spine here. Where the dupes can actually directly impact the power output. As of right now, they legitimately can't squat. that real quick. If I had the materials, we'd be running on this amount of power, and I wouldn't have to care. But yeah, we aren't. I'm just gonna vent all the crude oil out over here, which will then flow down here, and then go there, and then down into the tank. I do need to add 2 airflow tiles to reduce the pressure problems. That should be perfectly fine. I just gotta drain this system and then get this thing back up and running. I have no idea how that tile just disappeared on us. This isn't even running! Game, what the... Ah! I hate bugs. I hate bugs that directly impact everything that we do. It's like the most annoying thing in the world. Like, why did this explode? Why did that break? Don't know. There's no indication of why it happened. There's no indication of evidence of why it happened. It just kind of did. All the pressure generation systems are offline. I have no clue. There's 359 kilograms of natural gas somehow in that tiny little tile, and I'm like, I have no idea how that happened. While this was off. That is a lot of natural gas, which is nice. Problem, I can't access it until all this crude oil is removed. I could probably just drain some of it down here. Not that big of a deal. You know what? Yep. Get over here and remove this real quick. We're just gonna pour it out to help get rid of the pressure. I want it all over here, but at this point I don't care. Get this the heck out of here. They're overfilling the system anyway, so it's not too big of a deal. Now, all of that out of there. As my dupe goes running off. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, bud, get that built real quick. There we go. Okay, area is now safe again. Yeah, I have no idea. This oil well has been off. Like, I really have no idea how that happened. Like, you can't build pressure if you're completely disabled by automation. I have no idea. I'm very confused, very concerned, and just kind of like, okay, cool. So I had phantom crude oil coming out of nowhere? I mean, that's kind of cool because it means it didn't take any water. But how did this happen? I have no idea. It's very weird. Also, I need... should be fine. U to a 9 and U to a 9. Mop everything up to the best of our abilities. $53 kilograms of natural gas in that one time. I have no idea how that happened. How? How are you running when you're off? Explain, game. What the heck? Battery is still full. These will only run while when that empties. Well, that's fine. That's so much natural gas. I have no idea how that happened. There's a little bit of polluted dirt in there. That's my only clue, and I got nothing. I don't even know how that got in there. The only thing I can think of is maybe someone dropped some food? But they wouldn't have been in here to run this because it's disabled. I don't know. I'm very confused, and it doesn't make any sense. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Maybe someone from YouTube could figure out what the heck happened in my previous episodes, but I know that this was off. We even came here and this was off, and this just disappeared. I'm like, game? Like, physics? Dupes, did you turn something on while I forcibly disabled it? What are you doing behind my back? Like, I can't look at all the duplicates all the time, so I'm getting kind of concerned. Very weird and very strange. He is still cooking. How much is left? 219! Okay, yeah, no, I think we're good. I made more than enough freaking slate wheat that I'm pretty sure one duplicate can easily survive on a fully automated slate wheat farm. Just for reference, these are 96 by 96. And they also have the farm station for speed growing if necessary. I don't think I can make this any more efficient besides this one down here. This one only gets 2 sets, whereas this one gets 3. Yeah, so if anyone is wondering about a natural slate wheat farm, if you want to build a fully automated one, yeah, it's like garbage. But it's pretty much just this nice little triangle setup, because this is the exact amount of space that is needed for pips to actually naturally plant. So this is what you're looking at. Obviously, you do get 6 tiles to work with for a greenhouse, but that does mean that you have to build these little triangle components to seal everything in, so that way you actually have the excess space to be able to equal 96. Which does kind of suck, but space, like, point per point, this is, I think, the tightest I can make it. If the pips allowed you to plant 2 tiles down, you could make it more, but they don't. So, sadly, I believe this is as tight as I can possibly get the pips to actually plant for me. Really, the only downside, obviously, is it still takes 72 cycles. Farmer Station does speed up the process considerably. I think it's, what, 25% plus the effect of whatever the farmer's level is that's using it. So, it does help, but it will still be. There's really nothing you can do about that. But the amount of food that it does generate is pretty high. Also, the pip is still running around and did not plant one here. Why? You have room! He just keeps picking them up but not doing anything with it. Pretty sure my pip is defective. Like, oh? Where? Not lacking. Mild confusion. You're full. You're all full. 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 backup tank is full. What's our overpressure at? 39 kilograms per tile. Okay, yep. I think we're good on the O2. Can probably drain the water, though. Pretty sure I can start draining the water. Because the toilets are going to back up more. Be careful here. I do a double check. Yeah. We're currently overpressurized completely in the main base. How about you guys? Backup water is check. Talent, how about you guys? Also a check. Japola. Pretty sure you guys completely filled out the entire map. Yep, tile per tile. Nice solid 2 kilograms per tile. Perfect. And you actually resulted in... Yep. That one maybe? There's no dupes here. Are we leaking oxygen somewhere? I think we are. I know that the water sieve is not going to work because we have no sand at the moment. Over here. And I did have to scoot this over, so eventually I will need to move that there. Ugh. Excuse me. Ugh. Dust. And Friddle. No, water's completely taken care of. This water's slowly filling up. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's just complaining because we have all of our dupes back at main base and oxygen is completely overpressurized everywhere. So many different ores. I am technically running 2 Rodriguez's, even though we don't really need to. I just had the backup one in case we want to go for 40 dupes on main base. Because this entire setup can easily handle 32.5 dupes. So I would need the other one to handle the rest. I could probably lower this down to 800. Keep the pressure going. Okay. 800. Thank you. When you have all your dupes here, it's like, screw it. Because normally you want to go 600 and 900, but you can bring it down to 400, 800. That will still keep the hydrogen in the area, and will also improve overall oxygen flow. As you can see, already improving it slightly. You don't really need to go too overboard. I do build hypercompressors. That's what this is. So the amount of gas that is actually being compressed in here, I'm technically deleting some of the excess while also overpressurizing the storage container and then sending the excess through. But this does allow for about 45 to 56 kilograms. If I actually powered up the entire thing, I could probably get that to 180, no problem. Okay, all of the rockets are now loaded. Set that. For safety measures, And these. We don't have any dupes randomly getting shot. All of these are preloaded, am I correct? Loaded. Okay. We need to actually head to Flippallen. I need to build a core base on the outside. Hence all the material we've been raining down on top of this thing. But we're going to trailblazer here and here. And then we're going to build a landing site here. Some solar panels to power everything. And we're going to poke a hole in here and probably send over a bunch of water containers to deal with the rest of this. And I'm going to most likely send in the dupes to start digging up the obsidian once this vacuums. At this point, I need the dupes to actually get in my rocket. I need Jean, Spoon, and I need Frey. All the 3 of them should be getting on up here. Oh, here they come. Oh, there's Frey. Okay, team. We have a big objective. Clean out the excess lava to the best of our abilities. I don't care how much effort it takes to do it. I want it done. Spoon, Sproto. And there's Frey. Begin launch sequence. Off they go. Eventually I need to add a shell here to also protect from any possible raining down here. We should mostly be fine. Other 2 rockets. I need to designate targets. Probably these 2. Sure those are artifact ready? 4 cycles. Okay, cool. So let me you on. You on. There we go. Okay, those will be ready for the next episode. So future me can deal with those. How long will it take for them to get 0.9 cycles, and that's without the... There is a rocket that is eligible. Why are you not boosting? I do not know. I will just accept it. And hope. Okay, digging, supplying, operating, rock fan, uncultured, squeamish. Not terrible. Not what we're looking for, but not terrible. Steve, suit wearing, supplying, doctoring, mole hands, interior decorator, yokel. Absolutely not. An RA with researching, cooking, and rocketry, electrical engineering, iron gut, biohazardous, and squeamish. If this was earlier, I probably would have taken RA. They're a rocketry cook, which is fantastic. Squeamish doesn't matter. Biohazardous, not great, but not terrible. But the fact of the matter that they have iron gut. Iron gut completely overrides biohazardous. And they come with a skill. Problem is that's not what we need right now. I need a farmer who's also a speedy delivery. That's what I need. And can do ranching, possibly. We're not getting that right. I'm gonna take the excellent. But if that was earlier in this playthrough, I probably would have taken no problem. Like, no questions asked. It definitely would have been on the list right there. Okay, you guys are all en route. You have spare dock and a spare suit. Probably gonna need that. Thankfully, it's only gonna take them 0.9 of a cycle to get there. I really need to figure out a way to save the squeaky puffs from my puff system. The puffs are taken care of, but it's such a limited oxygen supply because it's just off-gas polluted water. It does work. It's just, it's very, very little. They're literally starving to death all the time. There's not much I can do about it. I can, however, pop this thing, but then I'll have to cool it down. And I need to send over a bunch of diamonds, steel, and more steel, and more steel before I can deal with that one. It's not going to be fun. All the temperatures nice and safe in here again. Yes, they are. Okay, we're going in. I need you repaired, you repaired, you repaired. Yep, as expected. Relatively safe for now. Okay, Dupes, get your butts over here. Help me with this. Actually, I'm just gonna deconstruct this one. This one. Just repair the loader. I don't have to pour out all the stupidly hot materials. Where is that polluted oxygen that teleported inside going to? Just kind of hanging out at this point. Okay, so why is it not letting me? And vent. Where did he go? There it is. That little blob of danger. It really needs to get over here in the corner. That way I can get rid of it. Head that way or head that way? I don't care which one. If it goes to this, I can just vent it. Oh, it's being cheeky. Stop it. Stop being cheeky. Get into a corner. Make up your mind. I hate teleporting resources so much. I hate them with a passion. Oh, he's running away. Ooh. Go that way. Go left. Oops. Please bring me the sweep. He is doing it. Come on. Go closer. Got some of it. Kind of hoping we can trap it over here. Really, really lucky. Come on. Oh, go back. Go that way. Go left. You mean? Oh no. Oh, because the... Sorry, Proto. My bad. That's my bad. the soiled suit. Not good. I was hoping they had already gone to the bathroom, so I didn't need to worry about it too much, but apparently not. Guys, bring me my pip. Okay. That. Let's see. Well, pretty sure we didn't get it. Nope. Cheeky bastard. Yeah, well. It's fine. All that matters is we get the gold out of there. And eventually I need to remove that again. Thankfully the temperature in here will actually drop and then the water will just get moved. You know. I definitely want to get rid of that. Oh, for sure. It's gonna drive me insane. Literally. It's gonna cause all kinds of problems. Yeah. Roto is still gonna be with the soiled suit for a bit. How is the oxygen now? It's pretty okay. I'm gonna need you to take that off. Immediately do that. And Proto, put your suit back on. 3, 2, 1. There you go, bud. There's a masterpiece behind that, but I can't see it. Because the pixel pack is currently covering it up for some reason when it shouldn't be. Whatever. Graphical bugs aside, at least that's all work. Load it on up. These just cooking away, no, not a care in the world. Good do. Polluted oxygen problem is going to forever mock me until I solve it. Once the whole system finally cools down, I think we'll be okay. Frustrating. Like, of course polluted oxygen teleported into the room. Of course it did. Why am I not even surprised? Yeah, well. I'll get it eventually. Not the end of the world. Just mildly an inconvenience. That is so much gold. It's beautiful. It's just, it's a lot of it. Yeah, that's all going through the radiator. That's a lot. Okay. I need to send down Frey and Spoon. Frey, unequipped suit. That should be happening. There we go. Like, that really shouldn't be happening. Okay, Atmos suit. Frey. Okay. Frey, you were the first one down. For the Trailblazer. You need to land there. Let's make sure they land safely. Where is this? Now I can just use the Trailblazers. But I do want to do proper rocket landing pad. let me drop a save just in case. Because when you're doing two launch pad points with Trailblazers, you have to be stupid careful with these things. Your div could just phase out of existence. I've seen it happen. Always drop a save beforehand. Like, just trust me. Always save before using two Trailblazers from the same rocket. I know we're getting very close to the end of the episode, but yeah. There's one takeaway. That's the one that you should take away from me, no matter what. Always save before you do this. Okay. Suit. Look at the suit. Okay. And that one is for Spoon. Spoon will be the one who builds everything for us. So that's the deal. Okay. One. Spoon. Boy. Run for a second. In. Okay. That's stuck in the... Realization, that might be stuck in the... Nope. Able to get out. Okay. And we did not get any materials out of that one? Or, no, it's stuck. Frey, you deal with that. Empty that one. Okay. We need landing pad. Get up to. Put it there. Steel. I'll make this rock over. Not seeing it. No, I can always just dig in to get it anyway. On either side. This is all vacuum on the right, so I'll just grab it from there. Not a big deal. And it's all in a vacuum up here in space too, so work with this. I will not bring the rocket down just yet. Gotta clean this out real fast. Close to the rocket. I don't want my dupe standing on this for more than a couple seconds, so I gotta get it and go. 35 tons of the stuff, so we should be fine. Grab that as well. So glad I have literally solid magma chunks. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of igneous rock. Right? Right, you don't want to fall asleep here yet. I know you're tired, but you gotta help with it. My poor dupe. It's like, yes, it is currently very bright out. Light wound. What is the hell? Okay. It's fine. Yep. Need to move over there. Doing. Grab that last little bit. Oops. Right? Run away. I repeat, run away. Now, you are staying all the way the heck over there. You're going to help me empty these storages real quick. Because we have a nuclear rocket coming down. So, obviously, don't mess with that. That is why you run away very quickly. Also, this will be highly radiated. Yep. That is fine. Everything is fine. Proto is just like, ah, yes, I'm gonna just come on out and like dude, don't do it. Okay. Now that we have dupes here, I need to plan out. Oh. I actually do have quite a bit of space. Display where the solar panel goes. We can just do this. Just shove it next to the thing to keep us operational for a little while. But I kind of want to actually get this in line with the base. So, make sure I keep it lined up. The real problem begins getting to it. Okay. So this will be the primary framework. You have a lot of space to work with. Bigger problem, obviously, is I do need to send over gold or any other material. I don't really feel like wasting steel like this. Because that's expensive. Not in a good way. But we can probably use steel for the first few bits. Which will be over here. Spare left to give. I send over stuff via teleportation, or I just need to shoot it at the planet at this point. Metals, gold, metals, gold. High priority that. That's 9. Actually, no, but gold we have laying around. Head back to I need to recharge, retarget here. Send that back to the base. Proto. Proto. Proto, please get back to the rocket. Oh, get over here, dude. Minot apparently looks like he might have food poisoning or nuclear poisoning. Which one? Oh, put on your new suit. The other one. I see where Viner is. He seemed to be having some problems. Where is he? I always forget where he is. And where did I put you? Ah. You're actually up for going. Okay. Ah, you do have food poisoning. Oof. Sorry, bud. How much I can do to help you on this? Apparently we now have polluted oxygen here again. Oh! Okay. I guess that's not actually offsetting itself into sand. I was expecting it to vaporize faster, which it kind of actually is. It's not doing it fast enough. This normally would just poop immediately. Now, this one's not teleported. He's just dumping polluted water and you're hoping to vaporize, which it did. That's concerning. Watching sand go skyrocketing up in temperature and then skyrocketing back down and back up. Ugh. Concerning. I love how the dupes are wanting to rest out here because it's green, technically. It's warm. Resting here, it's the perfect temperature for on the rocket heat. Oh, that's a good idea. There's so much your fallout in there. That's fun. Yes, I need to get a rocket platform here. That way we'd be safe. Okay, cool. Went to the bathroom. Food's all nice and solid, so we don't care about that anymore. Oxygen is completely safe as long as we get back to the rocket. The only thing I have to worry about is possibly suit duration. Got it. I do feel bad making him climb over all of this garbage. Thankfully it's all cold, but, you know. Nine. This will be a very long and annoying round. For sure. I do need one rocket targeting again. And I just shove it there like old times. And take the last window tile. Take the excess steel. 50-50 solar panel here. And hope that that's enough. Yep. There we go. It feels weird always going on a flipped asteroid like this and then just saying screw it. Like, I gotta clean up all this material anyway. It all needs to cool down. Oh no! The sand is spread. Yeah, that's the problem. In the sand. A tiny amount of it, but it's still enough to annoy me. Dang, this game. I just need to get the targeter online so we can have it raining down up here so we can just keep building from the solar panels like stack. We have plenty of oxygen, plenty of food. I do need to worry about the suit box. That's what I meant for duration. Technically the dupes can work out here, but they would be having to constantly run back to the rocket when their suits are dry. Like, they won't die because I know they can make it, but it's definitely going to be very uncomfortable. high likelihood that during the day they will get sunburned. This will be the beginning of the early stack. And eventually I'll just build a like a steam power room, probably like over here in this corner, and connect the whole thing on up. Water is already completely recycled, etc., etc. 7 to these. It all needs to be a 9. Nope, there's our first radiation. That is it up here. And 218. Not as bad as home base. Home base is 375, so. 375 is quick. Nope, 75 like fuck. Pretty sure I remember it being 75. That's a 7. That's what to say. Like, oop, to your left. More important, left. Gotta get the beacon online. Or any other stuff could get rained in right here, and you immediately start deconstructing and then place it in. One. Right. Right. Again with the priorities, they're not listening. Where? That's my dupes just were like, I'm gonna just build this thing that you told me to build. I'm like, everything to your left is high priority. Everything to your right is weaker. Why are you prioritizing the one over here? I mean, it needs to be built, but come on. Sometimes the dupes just don't make sense. Oh, there's enough materials here to make that out of gold. Yep, that one. High priority of the ladder system. You need to go to the bathroom soon. Ladder 72%. That way we can drain the rads out. You don't worry about it too much. I know, fray down. And with the light wounds warning. That one. Oop. Oop. Because Proto's freaking delivering. Sometimes my games just piss me off. In their nature at this point. Should probably just measure this out from the inner base. Real quick. I know it's probably not correct, but let's see where it is. Actually, I fucking eyeballed it. What the hell? I legitimately eyeballed it. Oh, I've been playing Oni too long. Oh god. I can't believe I just did that. Alrighty. I actually eyeballed it. Because the actual edge is literally right here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. I literally eyeballed it for the bottom. I have been playing Oxygen Not Included way too much in my life. Fuck. That hurts. That hurts to look at. Okay, give me a second. Or yeah, that one I didn't eyeball. We're off by one, but oh god, that's funny. Technically speaking, it is eyeballed to the spacing. As you can see, the actual spacing. If I move the rocket up, fine. And let me do that. Good out of oxygen. Get back to base, go to the bathroom. Right, you. I'm just gonna lock everybody in so that they can deal with their radiation problems. Right, that one. Been getting too many rads, I gotta be careful with them. And you need to go to the bathroom. What the hell are you doing? I was about to say, I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, Ray can leave. And they've already gone to the bathroom. Fredo, what's your reds at? 3. No, no. Not again. There it goes, converting back almost immediately. Dupe, Fredo. Get back in space, please. Suit. Switch. And where are you? Doing in the list. Oh, there you suit. Has to be the last flip that we can do real quick. Just need this online. About it. Rider 79. Some more. 0.9. Are all of our rockets' food supplies refilled? They are. Yep. Future me to worry about. Should target back base. Where much. What? I feel like this might cause a problem. In-flight team. I don't know. I'm confused. It shouldn't be displaying like that, but okay. Visual bugs, so be it. I cancel it down there. Leave the rest alone. I do need to do this. We need that over there, and I bad boy up with a ton. I do mean this. A ton of gold. Have any? And I need materials. We need plastic. Sweep. And the puppy travel around. We're going to be sending plastic and gold over for future work on building a radiation shield, which we definitely need. Not the end of the world without one, but it would be nice to have. When I say radiation shield, I do mean full-blown radiation shield. Double dip all the way across. Like so. Crazy, I'm gonna leave. Radiation. Proto. Go put your suit on. Proto. Spoon has the radiation going. 40%. About to say, wait. Why are they jacking your suit? I gotta be careful. Spoon. They really need to dump their rads. And I need to empty that one. Cuts it down by 60%. Sorry, 68%. Okay, my railgun actually perfectly landed that. As long as it's daytime, the beacon should run, and it won't require any focus. Obviously, during the night, it's going to be raining down materials anyway. Kind of. Like so. And giving more plastic. Let me go check the printer real quick. Materials. Ooh, copper ore. Need that. Anemic. Narcolept. Narcolept, awesome. Anemic. Farming, building, research. That's very close to what we want, but not there. Gourmet, no. Quick learning with loud sleep. Damn it. I don't have a loud sleeper base set up. Factory operating cooking. Nice, but I can't. Unlisted gourmet, can't do it. Dr. Egg, super egg, yeah. Ellie would be good if it was just Narcolept. Not amazing, but pretty good. Researching, building, farming. Increase reading, like learning speed with farming is good. Building is kind of there. But Rock Fan doesn't really help me. Super digging doesn't help me. Anemic is the negative. As I said, we need athletics the other dude, so we can't take her. Maybe the next one's. Really hoping. Check on the other guys. He is just producing food. I love you, man. Keep working on it. Seven, 6, bathroom. We'll probably have to head back here shortly due to radiation concerns. Plastic, good. $71. 75%. Barely keeping up. They are keeping up, but only barely. Oh, what's your blood at? Like, click on you. Bro, get out of here. Oh. All in one. Okay, good. Going bathroom. Yep, that. I really need to get a freaking shield going here. Frodo, you probably need to go back in. So 100. Yeah, I'll definitely have to keep an eye on them for radiation purposes while we're out here working. That deal to finish the beacon and rain down stuff on top of our solar panels. Build the rest of the problem. Some of this will probably melt, but it will go into space when the rocket launches, but that's fine. Right up. If you're gonna fall asleep underneath the shield, please. Yep, move your ass. There you go. Dude, what the hell are you doing? Okay, fine. You're going back in the rocket. You're a moron. Like, I swear Spoon can be completely a dumbass. There's nothing I can do to fix it. There. You live there now. Congratulations. Really gotta go to the bathroom. We'll have to begin the trek back. I'll risk anyone getting minor to major radiation poisoning. Real bad. Now. Right, where are you? Ray is just zooming. Okay. This is what I was doing. I know. The rocket. No. This is why I was getting you the plastic shield, because the plastic shield gives 50% movement speed. My tube is just like, I'm just dumb. I'm gonna run down here instead. I mean, you're fast as hell, so that's fine. Group. Okay. Right. Proto gets the... We need to get our dupes back. We'll come land here again. That's a big of a deal. Probably stop with the unloading of everything that we've got. Let's stop that quick. That should hopefully be enough plastic material that we can easily finish the shell again. Get back. Game. Why are you telling me to unload the crew when they're all in there? Damn it. I am surprised that that did not melt. I wanted to know if it would or not. It didn't. That is kind of impressive. Yes, we will bring them back. We'll finish up the rest. Should hopefully be enough materials. That's definitely enough plastic to finish a double shell. We'll go all the way across that way. All the way across that way. We should be okay. And we can actually walk out here without having to worry about radiation. The dupes can just go to the bathroom as needed. We can get all the solar panels plugged in and possibly finally clean this out. I'll probably strip this all down and then poke a hole right here to release all the steam. And then we'll start pouring water into the chamber here. Yep, here comes the excess plastic. That's what I thought. We're gonna have a lot. Yep. Okay. Thankfully, it does not take much effort to go from pallet to main base and main base back. We can do multiple little mini trips and not have to care too much. It's really nice. We will need to constantly refill the rocket, but we have enough rad bolts per hour. Well, actually, rad bolts per cycle now. That we need to worry about it too much. But sure, that's everything I needed to do. Poor container keeps getting filled. So much sand. I'll try to get a pip to plant that again. I'll snoop around and see what the heck is causing it. I don't think it's the grub fruits. It's possible. I will probably need to strip all the grub fruits out of here again. Yeah, we'll probably have to regrow all these again. I'll keep the arbor trees for now for the pips to survive on, but everything else is probably going to have to go. Ugh. If that's what's causing the problem. But for now, let me drop save. 2314. I'll take it. That is actually a lot of progress. Steam battery is just waiting on the volcanoes to inject heat. We're slowly working our way towards finally fixing propellant and getting access to our sulfur geyser. Once that's done, then we have access to space, which means I can actually build a space station and send our frozen duplicant off on his little adventure. But for now, I think that we'll call it for today. I am very happy with that much progress. A little annoyed by my dupes randomly deciding to sleep outside the rocket, but not much I can do about that. They like the colder temperatures, like negative 51 abyssalite on their face helmet. I have no idea why, but that seems to be